Well, Scorpio, your fifth house is still very much active, to say the least. And come Thursday of this week, when that Virgo full moon is illuminating the sky with its sensitivity to long-term commitment and day-to-day routine, and wanting to know where is this going to go, and wanting to see that there's some progress, but especially wanting to feel like you've been participating, like the individual themselves. You'll want to feel like you've been participating in getting things done, in managing them well. Also a sense of worry could creep up in some ways when that full moon comes into opposition with your fifth house. Worry. Now, what would you be worried about? Well, because of the interesting position to that south node, a lot of things have a very interesting aspect to the south node right now, and the south node is in Scorpio. Ultimately, guys, it's stuff that you already know. You just haven't been willing to look at, see, or connect with until now. So, Scorpio, yes, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. My name is Michelle, and I am an astrologer and tarot card reader, and I use astrology, tarot cards, and oracle cards to divine insights into the energy and turn them into tips and these messages for you every single week. So please, if you haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you know when I upload your favorite content. Scorpio comes out every single Tuesday. And boy, did you guys turn up last week. You are just the absolute most incredible. I've just never experienced it. And thank you so much. Guys, hold on. I want to start off and continue with the astrology, and then I will get into the cards. But first, I want to just take a second to thank you, because you're just a blessing, and I'm so grateful to have such activity from you guys on the site in videos. Remember, there's always extended videos, and there's two ways to enjoy them now. You can either just rent the way that you have been through Vimeo, nothing has changed there, or you can join the Unbound membership, which will give you access to not only every single extended unlimited access, but also you will have unlimited access to all of the live chats with me that happen multiple times a week. You could bring your tarot card questions, your astrology questions. I'm kind of like your little pocket astrologer, and the group chats are going so well, so that I hope you guys will join. Let's get into the astrology a little bit deeper though. So not only does this week contain a full moon, it also contains the spring equinox. Ostera, I believe, is the correct expression of it in its tribal and pagan roots. So what does this mean? Well, it's a celebration of the turning of the tides from the days have been getting longer, yes, but still the nights have been shorter. Well, when the spring equinox hits, that's a celebration of when, okay, all of a sudden, the day and the night are absolutely equal. And from that point on, until the fall equinox, the days will be getting longer than the nights. So we're going to have more sunlight to look forward to. What does that mean for your fifth house with all this activity in it? Because there's so many planets in Pisces. The sun is still illuminating Pisces. Full moons are times to let go. That's what it is. And when there's that tension between Virgo and Pisces, what it's really time to let go of is the need to lose yourself in fantasy to the point of getting nothing done, while finding that balancing point of relinquishing control and allowing your dreams and your heart to be your guide along with your brain. So if you could think about this full moon as really being a pressure point for us to be inspired, at the very least, for you to balance out your heart and your mind, that is exactly what's going to be happening to you, Scorpio. In a lot of ways, you'll be doing this by having something illuminated to you that has been in the recesses of your heart, has been in the dark depths of who you are, but maybe you just never consciously acknowledged it before. You will be consciously acknowledging it, and it will be, maybe you will be consciously acknowledged by it or whoever it is for the first time in a long time. That means that things like strange things can happen, like friends becoming lovers, or failures becoming opportunities. And because of Saturn's unique positioning to the North and South Node at this point, that's what's happening. He is putting pressure on you to follow your heart, even if that does not match your ego. And how far and how much pain will you be willing to cause yourself before you will succumb and do the right thing by your heart? Now, ultimately, Saturn is not in your 5th house. Saturn is in your 4th house. So a lot of these changes, the pressure points for these changes could be coming through your family. Doing the right thing by your family, making the right decisions for your family's future. All of those things could be the trigger points for the catalyst that helps you to basically let go of what you assumed was going to happen, what you scheduled was going to happen, and now you gotta like basically tear that schedule up and make a new schedule. Happy birthday, Denny. So let's get into the cards. Scorpio, I know we had one whole heck of a reading last week. Let's see what we get into this week. Scorpio. 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 Trust in the magic and embrace the in-between. So this is Libra energy and this is Aquarius energy. It's very interesting that you get these energies because come the full moon, right after the full moon into Friday, right before that equinox happens, there's an illuminated grand trine, a grand trine in air signs. So we have Aquarius energy and Libra energy present. This could be the shift from friends to lovers. This could also be the shift into trying something new, something that maybe you hadn't seen before or hadn't wanted to see before or weren't able to. There is a consciousness that is kind of subliminal because Mercury is in Pisces now, definitely at its fall position, something that we should talk about because that Virgo moon is in opposition to that Pisces sun, and Virgo's ruling dignitary is Mercury, also in its detriment position. So ultimately psyche is going to win out, Scorpio. Trust your psyche, trust where your heart is guiding you. It may not make that much sense, but now's the time to let go of sense, relinquish control, because the more you try to hold on to it over this full moon, the more you're going to actually break yourself and strain yourself. So it's so imperative now to trust where it is guiding you. We have embraced the in-between. Something doesn't have to last forever for it to be important. So there is a sense of being okay with maybe something not lasting forever, or allowing yourself to be in transition. You could be in transition right now. These two cards indicate you are in the middle of a huge transition because you're transitioning into something brand new. This is definitely like the new bird, the spring bird. So it's so perfect that these cards come out because there's so much happening when it comes to spring, when it comes to newness, something that you have not tried before. And I think it's like the execution with that Virgo energy. Remember, around that full moon, it's about the execution. You've never tried to do things this way before. You've never gone about or proceeded the procedures. You've never gone about them this way before. You've never been able to take what was in your heart and actually be able to put it into action this way before. But you will this week, and that's really interesting energy. And it could even be a sense of seeing opportunity in areas of your life or in situations that you did not see opportunity in before. Now, I can't help but mention this, but we do have 3 6s on the table, and that is an angel number of watch out for excess. There could be, and I still think that this is procedural excess. It's like going too far, doing something too much, being too tightly wound to a schedule, because ultimately that's what's giving you comfort right now, especially those of you with strong Virgo placements. You will be psychically charged, and it could get very worrisome. You could feel worry coming over you a lot, and so the challenge will then be to give over to the worry and don't allow the challenge to make you feel bad about yourself, because what Saturn really wants from you right now, Scorpio, is for you to say, I get it. I am disappointed, but I'm still not overall giving up on me, on who I am. And ultimately, what has this disappointment taught me about myself, and what choices can I do better? It's ultimately like when you are most disappointed in yourself, how do you love yourself the hardest? That's really the challenge as you go through this week. And it's not an easy challenge, but it's going to be really worthwhile, because everything you want is on the other side of basically this next couple of weeks. Once we get into Aries season, but basically the beginning of April, it's going to be a lot better, right? The energy is just going to be kind of open up a lot better. We just got to get through this last kind of mucky energy that's happening at the end of Pisces season into the beginning of Aries season. So ultimately, these kind of like the ease of the tension is definitely it's definitely coming. So ultimately, the key here is don't give up, and don't give all your morality and your ethics away as you insist on not giving up. Like, how do you hold true to yourself even if you're disappointed in yourself? And once you continue forward, how do you do it better than you've been doing it so you don't get disappointed again? Those are all those things that your heart is going to be really fine-tuned to tap into right now. We have life is a mystery, which is why you could be doing things that actually surprise you. And as of right now, yeah, the mystery card is saying there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen that is going to shock you. And it's not going to shock you in a bad way, but in a way of you never saw yourself there before. But this kind of energy has a way of gently but firmly pushing you out of your comfort zone. And then we have act as if. We have chameleon spirit. What came to my head right then when I saw that card was something that's been in front of your face the whole time. You're now just starting to see. And then we have the abundant universe will provide. Holy shit. It's almost like, and I'm not saying this is the literal translation of what I'm talking about. I'm not guaranteeing this for you guys, but it's kind of like, not realizing you had the winning lotto ticket in your purse the whole time because you'd bought it months ago and you forgot about it, and you checked on other tickets that you'd bought and they were all losers, and don't we usually lose the lotto anyway? You know, so it was kind of like, oh, I just kind of forgot about, like, putting that away. And this is all happening in your house of what? Your house of heart, your house of courage, your house of, this is my life purpose. This is what I was meant to do, to be. This could have romantic connotations, and we'll get into romance specific in the extended. So this could have that, absolutely. But when you think of romance in terms of the fifth house, think of the ideal. Think of romance being synonymous with the ideal. These are your ideals. This is what you desire, what you've always wanted. Just being so tangible, there's no way you cannot chase after it or go for it. So ultimately, yeah, the abundant universe will provide. It's like this has been hiding in plain sight the whole time. This has been hiding in plain sight, and it's only in this energy that you're, by being forced to look at things in a different way, that you're going to be able to see them, Scorpio. Dude, yeah, I want to know what you guys are going to be. Like, I can't wait to find out what you guys are going to see. Maybe we can get into this a little bit about what is going to be revealed. Now I feel like, Esmeralda around a crystal ball, which is not, sorry about that, it was bugging me, but which is really not what I do. But memories of love are Oh, I don't know how to articulate it, but I just gotta chill up through like everywhere in me, including and most especially here and almost like here, but into my back. So it feels like something is coming from like almost through you, or it's gonna surprise you. It's coming up on you, and I don't think it's harmful. I don't feel harmful. Memories of love. This is nice because now it's put an extra 6 on the board, which means what could have seemed excessive or risky, or you were focused maybe too much on earthly pleasures, could now turns into now kind of smooths itself out. Now it kind of like rectifies itself back to a 4, which is more solid and more reliable. And then we have foundation and achievements comes out, which could have to do with your home. We have those 4, we have 4 here, we have 4 candles in the picture, and then we have 4 up here. So now we're getting into something that is more solid. So ultimately, Scorpio, this is your fucking temptation. It'll try to, the cosmos don't fuck around, and it knows exactly how to get to you. So this may actually appeal to your crazy asses, like it's an indulgence, like it's the taboo, right? And that's gonna be that kind of, happy birthday, Danny, that kind of hook that gets you in, makes you feel like, oh, I'm doing something taboo, which is very comfortable for you, right? It's almost gonna make your comfort zone be the conduit to make your ass change in the weirdest way. That's why it's gonna surprise you, because it's almost gonna be like, oh, I'm all taboo, I'm doing, oh, I like the taboo, and then you're gonna find out that you actually just like met the best person ever, or that this situation turned out to be like actually like really super nutritious for you, and you would never, like, unless it was like coated in sugar or disguised as chocolate, you never would have bit into it. But you're going to, happy birthday, Michelle Sandegate, you are going to bite in, or you're going to take a big, raw, bestial, primal bite into something that is like legitimately like as healthy for you as a salad. It doesn't look that way, and that's what's really going to be a surprise. And I can't wait. It could be a hard pill to swallow. It could be like a bite that you take into that is not so comfortable for you. That could be too. In the past, this is a hint, I think, balance spirituality and practicality. You were not able to do that. Spirituality and practicality, that is the perfect, oh God. So this is the Virgo full moon. What were you doing Virgo season during the Pisces full moon? Because there was something very impractical going on. There was something, you were taking signs and looking for all these things. You were bullshitting yourself. You were using your associations with the occult. You were using your associations with your psyche, the spirit world, to justify doing shit that was bad for you. That's what was going on. It happened Virgo season, sometime September of last year. Stuff started to really shift out of balance, and ultimately this has come full circle, where you kind of like now get put back into this state of, yeah, I wasn't being spiritual at all, because spirituality is really the balancing of my whole self, my soul self with my physical self. That's what spirituality is. It's not all the movie stuff, the Hollywood stuff. It's not that. It's really the hard work of bringing yourself to the highest state of your being. So that's the spiritual quest, right? And balance spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces in the past, this was not what you were doing. It's not. Something was severely out of place. Out of place in terms of maybe you believing that it was possible right? Because you were surrounded by that Virgo energy last Virgo season, and it's like your own arrogance was saying, no, it's not possible, or I can't do this, or I would never do this. And now, ironically, you're going to find that, check 6 months ago, you're going to be doing something that you thought you would never do, that you thought you would never have participated in. And now, not only are you doing it, but you are reaping beautiful benefits from it, and you're starting to see the absolute beauty of kind of God's grace and how God played your ass for your own good. Word. Listen. Get down on your knees and pray. Hold on. What's coming? Oh, we have shut up. So funny. That's you. So we have chaos and conflict that has come out. Never-ending story has come out. It's almost like you're ready for chaos. It's like you're looking for chaos. You're prepared for chaos. I cannot confirm that chaos is what you actually get. What do they actually get? Why is it flipped over in the past? So in the past, once again, flipping by this Pisces full moon, which would have been last year, this sense of friendship. Maybe a friend let you down, or you felt like you had no friends, or you felt like nobody had your back, or that people were stabbing you in the back. Also a sense, once again, this was an unbalanced perspective, but it felt that way, and it felt very real. And there was a rift. There was a rift between you and what you conceived to be true, especially when it came to relationships with people that you thought cared about you. And then we have this falling right here, never-ending story. Now you have like a playful relationship with this whole, there's a youthfulness that's come back. There's a tenderness that's come back. You're not intimidated by it. You're allowing. There's a happiness. There's a happiness restored, Scorpio. A happiness restored. Could have something to do with your children. And then we have creativity and inner conflict, which we're going to dive deeper into. Come on over, join me for the extended. I can't wait to dig deeper. I'll see you guys there.